Hey everybody, it's April 19th, and here I am for another VEDA video. Hooray. I almost forgot to make one. Hold on, there's a bee right next to me. Don't really like bees. You know what, maybe I'll just walk around a little bit and maybe the bees will leave me alone. So, got home from school. I actually did some work for tomorrow. I'm really bad about putting all my lesson plans up ahead of time, but got most of tomorrow's stuff done before I left school today. Hooray. And then I came home and I thought, you know what, I'll make an effort. I'm gonna see if I can go for a walk, and by walk I mean a run, because I like the idea of running. And actually, when I was in high school and in PE classes, I took PE every year of high school, even though I didn't have to. I was probably one of the only kids who actually looked forward to when we would do the mile. Not so much that I liked running a whole mile, but I just liked getting out on the track and running around. I didn't have to interact with anybody. I didn't have to try and play sports with anybody. Because while I do like sports and I love playing basketball, whenever we would do team sports in PE, it always made me kind of anxious because the boys in general were usually pretty competitive, and I'm sure there were girls that were competitive. I just got kind of anxious about it, and I didn't focus too much on who was actually being competitive. I just tried to stay out of the way. But when we ran the mile, there was no sports involved, no scoring, no teamwork. It was just me running around the track, and it was nice. But running isn't something I really do. It's something that I've attempted to do a couple times, like last year a couple times. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try running around the neighborhood. And I'd go and I'd run, and I'd get tired. That's kind of what happened today. Put on my t-shirt and my gym shorts because it is so nice outside. And I went running down the street, down the little path that leads to the golf cart path kind of behind my neighborhood, and ran down there, ran part of the way, got tired, walked a little bit, picked up the pace, ran a little bit to the other trail at the other end of the street. And then I walked a lot, because it can be tiring to run, and it's not something I really do. I would like to get in the habit. I think it would be fun. My boyfriend actually runs a lot. He ran a marathon, and he's doing a triathlon, and I think that's cool. I don't know if I'll ever be in the marathon stage, but he asked me a little while ago if I would ever be up for doing a 5K, and I've never done a 5K. And to be perfectly honest, I would probably end up walking at some point, just knowing that I can't even keep up a run down the street in my neighborhood, and that's nowhere near a 5K. But it's still something that might be fun, so maybe I'll start running and get a little better at it and be able to push through and keep running. But yeah, in general, I like the idea of running and just kind of feeling the, I don't know, more than just walking, because it feels like I'm challenging myself, I guess. And I can just let my mind go and think about whatever. But when I get tired, it's very easy just to slip into a walk. But it's nice walking too. Yeah. Growing up, I played basketball a lot, and I loved playing basketball, and sometimes I miss it. There's definitely a lot of running involved in that, but it's more like sprinting, just going up and down the court and not running longer distances in a circle, if that makes sense. So, that's my video for today. Do any of you all run or do any kind of exercise like that? Let me know if any of you recently started running or remember when you started running. How did you get yourselves to keep up with the running? What are some tips for me? I don't know. We'll see. But the fact that it's, actually nice out and I can come home and there's still daylight for more than just an hour, and I can actually go outside in decent clothes and not have to bundle up, makes me, it's a little easier to be motivated to run or even just to walk. And even if you're just walking just a little bit, it's good to get some exercise, and it makes me happy. So that's all for today, and today's Tuesday. Wow, awesome. So I'll do my very best to be here tomorrow. Adios. See you later.